Busy markets, fantastic food halls and world famous craft ales, South Yorkshire's food and drink scene is more popular than ever. I can't wait to try all this stuff and meet the amazing people that are making it happen. This is South Yorkshire Stories. So I'm just going off for lunch and I found a hidden gem of a place right at the heart of Doncaster Fish Market.
Nice, isn't it? Yeah. Today we're at the Clam and Cork in Doncaster Seafood Market. Before, obviously, it used to be part of the Doncaster Market, the seafood stall. Yeah. I came here as a customer, basically. I was a full-on regular, yeah. I was a full-on regular. He said to me one day, would you want to take this over? We're foodies, we're not restaurateurs, so this is not going to be easy. About 2 years ago, we took over the restaurant, and that's where we are. Gourmet food, street style. And we want the street style to remain. People champion the Clam and Cork. People from Italy, Spain, kind of all over. You've got to be able to create the atmosphere. You've got to be able to create the vibe, and that's what we're all about. We're the first restaurant in Doncaster ever to get in the Good Food Guide in 2020. The winner of the best speciality restaurant in Yorkshire is the Clam and Cork. So we had Jay Rayner here once. He gave us a raving review, which was fantastic. It's just a kind of happy atmosphere, I'll say that, Mag's my wife. The happiness she showed on the wedding day, the only time I ever see it is at the Clam and Cork. She's always got a smile on her face. She'd kill me for that.
One of my favourite things to do is grab a good cup of coffee with some friends, and I know I'm not the only one. There's a coffee roaster in Rotherham that's helping meet the region's thirst for a good cuppa.
We supply an amazing array of coffee customers. South Yorkshire, Yorkshire folk have a real passion for excellence and quality. That's what we try and do in our service. Historically, it was very much about lovely little independent coffee shops, but over the last 12 years, as coffee has boomed, it's just become, there's so many places.
Sorry to interrupt, I've got your coffee here.
Thank you very much.
And I've got the large cappuccino.
Yes, please. All our coffee is sustainably sourced. The difference between an excellent coffee, sustainably sourced, from the right places, done properly, with an environmental conscience, that's all just as important as the price and the quality as far as we're concerned. I absolutely love South Yorkshire. I've lived here all my life. Only the other week, the sun was shining, I was out delivering, and I was out over the hills near Silkstone in Barnsley, and I stopped the van, had my lunch, and just looked at the view. It's absolutely beautiful.
South Yorkshire's real ale scene is already pretty famous, but this hidden gem took a very interesting journey to make its way to Sheffield.
So you're standing in Attercliffe, which is a neighbourhood of Sheffield. We built this brewery 3 years ago. It's called St. Mars of the Desert. We used to be brewers in America, Dan's from America. And we knew we wanted to build our own very small brewery where we could welcome people in, where we brew the beers, talk to them about the beers, just have a lot of fun. So we looked all over the world, including in France. And we found a gorgeous little village called St. Mars du Désert. And then we realised that it was just very quiet, nobody would have been able to come. So we had to walk away from it, but the name stuck with us. We drove through Sheffield and we saw these amazing old industrial buildings, and we thought, this is a brewery town. And the more time we spent here, the more we fell in love with the people. People are so friendly here, we just absolutely loved it. There's a fantastic traditional beer culture in Sheffield, so people have always drunk craft beer here, but craft breweries are beginning to come in and build on that. So we literally have steel workers who work just down the street in Attercliffe, and they'll come, but we also have craft beer enthusiasts, and they come from all over the place, don't they?
Yeah, we had a couple from London 2 weekends ago, just came up to see our brewery. And we get a lot of that sort of a group of people coming together on the train, and then they'll make this round Sheffield tour of beer.
We've all got our favourite bakeries, right? If yours is in Yorkshire, there's a good chance that the flour in your tasty treats was made right here. And what's more, they are still using techniques that are hundreds of years old.
We're at Mars Mill in Barnsley, which is a traditional water mill. The building we're in is dates from 1625, so 17th century water mill. We produce organic stone ground flour here, so we sell to some bakeries in Leeds and West Yorkshire. We also sell into Sheffield. Seven Hills Bakery buys some of our rye flour and our malted flour that we produce on site. But our customers actually like to know where their flour comes from, where the grain comes from.
During the pandemic, everyone kind of went banana bread crazy.
They did, didn't they? Yeah. Well, ourselves and other members of the Traditional Corn Millers Guild found that when the supermarket shelves were completely empty, lots of people were looking and kind of panicking about where they're going to get the flour from. And a lot of traditional mills went from working 4-6-hour days to working daylight hours. At Worsborough, we made the decision to support our trade customers, and so it meant that the bakeries that wanted flour in bulk were able to still get that flour. Last year we milled about 24.5 tonnes. This year we milled 57.5 tonnes. And we were milling 5 days a week, 6 hours a day, as much as possible.
I've loved meeting all these amazing people and visiting these fantastic places. Why not make your own South Yorkshire story?